My Atlanta Dream starting five. Haley Jones at the 1, Alicia Gray at the 2, Ryan Howard at the 3, Monique Billings at the 4, and Cheyenne Parker at the 5. Now, my bench unit for the Dream, Ari McDonald at the 1, Danielle Robinson at the 2, A.D. Durr at the 3, Nia Coffey at the 4, and Nas Hillman at the 5. My Dallas Wings starting 5. Arika Ogumbawale at the 1, Diamond DeShields at the 2, Sato Sabali at the 3, Natasha Howard at the 4, and Tierra McCowan at the 5. Now, my bench for the Wings are Crystal Dangerfield at the 1, Lou Lopez-Senechal at the 2, Maddie Segrist at the 3, Awak Coulier at the 4, and Charlie Collier at the 5. Now this Atlanta Dream team is quite interesting, I got to admit. The starting unit, it's 11 out of 12 for me. The bench unit, however, is 8 out of 12 for me. And fun fact, I like my teams with a little height on them. They're the 5th tallest team in the WNBA. Now, when I'm looking at those box scores, right, like points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, I'm using that as to answer, like, to state what my statement is going to be next, right? They're one of the better offensive and defensive teams. The main knock against them, the inefficiency from the three-point line in comparison to the other WNBA teams, and the fact that they're one of the younger teams in the WNBA. So, again, this is one of the most interesting teams I gotta say. Now, the Dallas Wings could be the most interesting team in the WNBA. Reason why I say that. The starting unit, they're number 4 for me. All right, like they're right there with the best of them. Okay, the bench is number 9, so it's not trash. It's just not the best. Now, if I'm looking at the height, because I like my height, they number 1. Okay, so this is the tallest team in the WNBA, the Dallas Wings. That's kind of tough. Fun fact for y'all. Here's the thing. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty, right? Because, you look at the box score, right? Points, blocks, steals, rebounds, all that good stuff. This team might be the most interesting because of the starters and the bench. When I look at the minutes played from last season, they're like 3rd in the league in terms of who played the most on average per player. So every player averaged about 18 minutes. That's kind of low. And that tells me they're bringing in a couple of new players, right? Some rookies, some one-year players, right? So now we don't know how they're going to adjust to the WNBA season. Then, when I look at this team, scoring-wise, they're not doing too bad. Like, they actually at the top. And then rebounds, they could be doing a little better. I expect them to do a little bit better than number 7 for me. Playmaking always could improve. You number 9, I don't like that. Steals, I do assume that's going to go up as well. Like it's kind of like a random wave right now of where this Dallas Wings team could go. It could go left, it could go right. You could be contenders, you could be pretenders. Like, that's what I'm seeing right now, especially when you look at the 3-ball. Like, ladies, please let Tracy on the team, please. All right, you got to bring Tracy on the squad. If you don't have a Tracy ball in your disposal, it's going to be a very long 40-game season. And they got a couple X factors for this season. You got Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray. They're both 2-way elite wings. And if we pay attention to the NBA season, right? Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they've been doing quite well. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, if they were ever healthy, they would do pretty decently. Bron and D-Wade didn't do that bad. MJ and Pippen didn't do too bad. Like, 2-way wings might not be a bad idea, right? I'd assume there'd be some success in the WNBA as well. And we could have that, again, with these 2-way elite wings. Now for the X factor, it's gonna be the simple Sato Sabali and the bench because I do believe the other players are gonna be able to do their tasks. Now the shooting aspect from everybody is a question mark. That's the biggest question mark outside of the bench. But if Sato's availability, that's third for me. If Sato's availability is there, they're tough because she has been injury prone over the last few seasons. Couple that with the bench shooting. Now we can interchange the bench players, right, with some of the starters, give the starters some rest. Cool, you see their value now. Also, real quick, Natasha Howard, Arike Agumbawale. Y'all just gotta straight get a bucket. Like that, there's no way around it. You're the best scorers on the team. Go do what you do. And I'm not saying you can't defend. I'm just saying you're the best scorers on the team. And then factoring in the recently drafted Haley Jones. She's a big guard, literally a big guard. 6 foot, plays the one. Well, now what that does is it allows the Dream to play small ball. You can have Haley Jones at the 2 or 3. You can have more guards inserted. You can be more mobile. Ryan Howard can slide down to the 4. Alicia can slide down to the 3. There's a lot of things you can do with this Dream team. Again, the main knocks are the inefficiency from the 3 ball and the experience factor. This is a relatively young team, and it was kind of put together kind of recently. Haley Jones is new. Alicia Gray is new. And I just said they were my X factors. So clearly it's going to take some time. But again, this is an interesting team. So definitely stay tuned. And Atlanta, congratulations. You finally stopped dreaming. And then Diamond DeShields and Tierra McCowan. Hey, guess what? Y'all got to defend your asses off because you're the best defenders on your team. I'm not saying y'all can't score. You're all good two-way players. I'm just saying if we're going to attribute roles, I personally believe y'all should focus on defense. But that's me. Still go get a bucket because you're more than capable. But again, that's why I say this Wings team is so interesting. Because again, I've stated this before, they can rival the Aces and Liberty, who are the two super teams of the WNBA, right? This team can rival them. We just got to see how the bench factors out and the shooting and Sato's availability. And I'm not trying to focus. I'm just saying because the injury passed. Like that's the only thing. Best ability is availability. But pay attention to the Dallas Wings because they're a good team to watch.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.